The world was not always covered in miasma. As a matter of fact, we used to live all over the surface of the earth, in scattered outposts and bustling cities. Whether it was by divine punishment or by consequence of human greed, we lost all those things, and more. These days, folks live on barren mountaintops, fearing the day the miasma's fog rises high enough to poison what little land there is left. Certainly, there were a brave few who tried to stem the tide, but they paid dearly for it, with nothing in return. No, there is little hope for long-term survival now. Instead, towns like Little Rock endure to thrive as much as they possibly can. With the time they have left, they establish initiatives like the Homestead Arcana program, which places witches of age at lower elevations so they may cultivate plants for back home. With the lack of viable land, this means witches settle right next to the border where the miasma lies. Though Little Rock Council cannot officially take action, they strongly advise these witches to avoid the miasma at all costs. For fear of death, or worse.
This is your stop, ain't it?
Got everything on you, bud? Mm-hmm. Thanks for the ride, Abraham.
Yep. Well, see you later. Sun willing, of course.
All right, let's mosey on down. And there it is, the Dust Eater. That means we've reached our spot. This place is hardly changed. Well, except for all that miasma. Yeah, and Matilda's old homestead is somewhere in that canyon. Of course, it's covered in miasma now. Who knows what's left? Anyway, Councilman Narrows has given me the honor of overseeing your initiation rites. Normally, he'd be running it, of course, but I've only been back for a week, you know? I wanted to see for myself how much you've improved since I last saw you. So the first rite is to establish a home. After all, you can't be a homesteader without a home. Unfortunately, you'll need to start off with a tent. Not the most sturdy of structures, but gotta start somewhere. Yeah, that'll keep the elements out. Probably. Maybe. Don't worry. You'll get the materials to build a proper house before long. Just like your Aunt Matilda did. Now, the second rite demonstrates your botany know-how. You'll need to plant a seedling and then make it grow. We'll start with a Little Rock favorite, corn. All right. Now I want to see you cast a watering spell. That should help it grow, at least a little. Of course, channeling is much more effective. You do know how to channel, right? Yeah, obviously. Well, in that case, you can give me a demonstration, right? beautiful. Imagine if you couldn't channel, huh? Your plants would take forever to grow. Of course, you don't want to overdo it and blight the poor thing. All things in moderation, right? The second rite is complete, and now time for the third. You'll prove yourself as a witch by building a cauldron, and now I can't just give you a cauldron. That's part of the witching test. But technically, a workbench does...